Hello, everyone. I'm Mary Paul, Stewardship Specialist with the Elkhorn Slough Reserve, and joining me is Kevin Contreras with the Elkhorn Slough Foundation and Arun Jani, Professor at CSU Monterey Bay. Today, we will be presenting on using biochar produced from eucalyptus to help finance and expand eucalyptus removal projects. In 2015, Reserve and CDFW stewardship staff began removing 13 acres of eucalyptus to improve fire resiliency, increase freshwater and groundwater recharge, carbon sequestration, and restore native habitats. During this process, and looking for a cost-effective method to manage the massive amount of woody material generated from the eucalyptus removal, Reserve staff initiated trialing biochar production methods. Initial biochar production started by forming burn piles with the logs and woody material using a top-down burn method to create charcoal piles and then extinguishing the piles as quickly as possible. The resulting material was a biochar product that was tested and found to have 88% carbon content compared to commercially purchased biochar that contained 56% carbon content. Encouraged by the potential for biochar use in agriculture and to mitigate both the costs and the accumulation of woody material for even larger scale upcoming eucalyptus removal, the Elkhorn Slough Foundation began researching and planning for mechanized means of biochar production at a larger scale.
In North Monterey County, where we're located, we're primarily an agricultural-based economy that's under strain from lack of water because we're primarily relying on groundwater for irrigation, which the groundwater level is dropping and sea level or seawater is intruding. These farms are also discharging pollution into downstream wetlands, and we're hoping that biochar use will help address both of these issues. When we started our eucalyptus removal planning, we realized that there is the cost to process the massive amounts of woody material was prohibitively expensive. And so there's no place that you can sell eucalyptus wood. You basically have to pay people to take it, and it'll either be combusted in the firewood or power plant industries. So we gambled with our 6 acres of eucalyptus removal by stockpiling the logs for a year while they dried. And then we found a company that had just bought one of the largest mobile kilns in the world, showed here in the middle ground, is called a carbonator, that pyrolyzes wood into biochar. So we're seeing them loading logs into the unit, and then it is discharged into piles as biochar. And we're hoping that that this product will be useful in the farmland sector to increase farmland profitability. Therefore, we could potentially sell it in the future to help offset future eucalyptus removal costs. So we started working with a team from CSUMB to develop a project to research our biochar use in local farm fields.
Biochar is highly porous, which means that it really has high water holding capacity. It can also temporarily house nutrients, including nitrate, in those pore spaces, which is really good for potentially minimizing nitrate leaching. So this is why we're really excited about testing it out on cropland in the region to provide those benefits. With that said, the benefits of biochar really depend on the feedstock, so the material used to produce the biochar. And eucalyptus biochar really hasn't been investigated here in California, but it has been shown to actually work quite well elsewhere. The photo that you can see on this slide is from work that I was involved with earlier in my career, and we tested biochar on corn production in South Africa. And you can see those vibrant dark green sections of the fields where biochar was added versus where it wasn't added, where the plants are shorter in stature. And in this case, a lot of this had to do with water conservation benefits. So we're really excited about doing similar work here in California to see if we can find agricultural benefits with biochar production. We're going to use biochar at rates that are recommended by federal agencies like the Natural Resources Conservation Service. They have financial assistance programs. So we're going to test it at the rates that are part of those programs. And then we're going to use elevated rates to see if we could possibly gather more information on different rates of biochar application in the region and report that back to the NRCS. And with that said, we'd be happy to answer any questions related to the project. And here's our contact information if you'd like to reach out to us. Thank you.